Hi everyone, welcome to Carmen Katharine's Reeves. Welcome to my channel. Hello, welcome all my new subscribers. Welcome everyone, so happy to see you. So today we're going to do the Dahlia flower. So this is part 2. Yesterday we did part 1. So you should already have your center ready, which I showed you yesterday how to do, okay? And this is your 5.7 or 6 foam ball. You cut it in half, and then I put the pollen beads on it. Please make sure you paint the base first. Gotta let it dry. Gotta glue the pollen beads on. You need to do it on low temp glue gun, or it will puncture and burn holes in your foam, okay? So always use a low temp when you're using the beads. Alright, so I'm going to turn the camera down so we can get started. What I did want to tell you is we have 21-inch cuts. These are 10, these are rolls of 10 inches. So they're 10 yards by 10 inches. We have the same colors we used yesterday, which is the gold, pink by Paper Mart, which is like a fuchsia color. Then we have the purple, and then I added the purple with metallic purple strip in it. This is going to give your wreath some color. Also, you're going to want to cut probably a roll of 10-inch cuts as well. So I have 21-inch cuts and 10-inch cuts is what we're using. So I'm going to grab, I am almost completely out of purple. I'm using the last bit on this wreath. So we're using the two-tone pink, Paper Mart. We're using the purple, Paper Mart, and then the purple with metallic strip, Paper Mart. It's all pre-cut, and I went over that yesterday. So today is part 2, so we're going to get started on this. It's going to be a beautiful flower. You are going to need some T-pins, okay? So T-pins, and you'll see why. So we're using zip ties and T-pins to put the flower together. So it's a beautiful flower. You're going to love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to turn the camera down like I said, and then we will get started on this. So you have 2 options with this, and like I went over yesterday, you need to trim as you go. You can use a wood burner for the very ends of it because it's a lot of gathering, but you're going to have very little fray because we're using the 10 inches. So I am going to actually move some of this over there and just grab as we go. Alright. Clear a shot so everybody can see. Now remember what I told you yesterday as well. You can use your white zip ties and you can take a Sharpie and color the ends of it. It's a permanent marker. Make sure you spray everything with your acrylic spray and stuff. Okay, and we'll go over that again like I always do. So our first petal, and we are doing double today, so just like we did yesterday, you're going to fold this in half. You do want to gather it on top, okay, because we gotta, so gather it, see if we can shape it nice. And fold the pink in half. you also want to gather it at the top. Because when you go to put the zip tie on, to shape it, it's got to be perfect, okay? It's got to be where we can gather it and tuck to make the petals really pretty. So we are going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to take, once you gather it, zip tie, which matches, which is pretty awesome. This is a thinner one. I got it from Lowe's. So here we go. This is a cable tie gun. Got that from Walmart. A lot of my students and I have carpal tunnel, so we use the cable tie gun. It just helps and it cuts it. Alright, put that aside. Make sure it's gathered. Very top. Zip tie. Flip that zip tie underneath. Alright. So then you take the two directly in half. I want the pink to shadow inside the purple. So I'm doing it a little bit lower. Under the bars. Make sure that it's gathered right on top of each other so we can flip it. And you'll see what I'm saying in just a minute. Take your zip tie. I'm color coding it. Going around the bar, over the mesh. Before you do anything else, flip your petal in. That's all you're doing. And you should not see that zip tie because it should be flipped inside of it. Little zip tie. Can't see the white zip tie in the purple if you flip it right. Take the pink, flip, same thing. Pull the inner layer over the top layer. Shape the petal. And you have a two petal. Now, I want the petals to, that one to stick up right here. I don't like to trim this too much because you don't ever know if you want to take it off while you're working on your flower. So, what I do suggest is we take another zip tie. Now, if I didn't want this to flip up, you can take the zip tie and put these together and then put the zip tie through the hole. And I'll show you that too. It's really neat little trick. But I want, let's put this over this. And you can trim this after you shape it, but not until the flower is completely done. I would not do that. You can also take your white zip ties and do this as well. You're not going to see this. And we do trim it up, and we do cover the back. So you probably want your thicker zip ties over this. Okay. Now, if you wanted to do, because there's two ways to make this flower. If you want to do the pointy flowers on the very edges of this, as well as this particular petal method, then I'll show you that. I always trim as we go. So then you can take, I would take your 10-inch. Because there's two ways to make this. Take your 10-inch. I would probably cut it in 12 inches. Just take it right behind it. You can do two at a time and layer up some more. So I would do two at a time because, as you see, you can see through this. This is why we do double. I fold it in half and make it like this so you do not see through it. But you can do a double petal, and if anything, I would take, and you can put this on. Let's watch. Maybe I should I'll just do one so everybody can see. We're going to take the metallic. So your normal petal method. Do your little half twist, but you want it to be lower, okay? Take it from behind this, and this covers it up too. So you're layering and layering. You can take this, another zip tie, remember what I said about the zip ties right here? Take it through the back of the petal in it. And we still have to cover the back, so I would actually, before you do that, make sure this is twisted or it's going to not fold right. You can put the zip tie through it. That way it don't come out. Go through the back of the petal behind it. There we go. And yes, you can point these out. It's all in how you shape it. See, it can be pointing. Guess what? That covers the back, so we don't have to worry about the back. Plus, we put our foam behind it. Right? So that's your first 3 petals on one bar. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3 pieces of mesh. These are 21 inches, and this is your 10-inch. Right? And now, I'm going to take, I like to put a lot of color in this, so gather up. Center. There's the petals have to start becoming smaller. Right. Zip tie. Use your gun. You use very little zip ties. That would be your best bet. The smaller the better. So you do want to play with the petal once it's on so you can get that shape. I'm really particular. Play with the petal before you put it on as well. See how pretty that is? Now, remember we have 3 on that one. So you can go down here. You're not going to see any of this once we put the pollen on. So don't worry about any of this. This can all be covered. So I do want this a little bit shorter. Trim it over. Alright, so now part of the flower, and I'm going to color that. If you press it in to go towards the back, you won't see it. You have to press the zip tie in. You have to shape this. Alright? Once the flower's together, you can shape it, and then once you spray it, it keeps its shape. So now, this is where everyone might get confused a little bit. I'm going to take a pink 21-inch gather it in the center. Shh. Look, my delivery's here. Take the pink zip tie. Remember I said I got that at Lowe's. It comes in a container, and I'll show you as we go. And I'm going to take the side that I can flip it in. Okay. Now this, we still have one more, but on your bars right here, you're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4 to do this, and we still have one more here. So this is lots of petal placements, but it's beautiful. So I'm going to take this right here. Take the end, zip tie it. Here's your petal. Push it underneath. Take your zip tie right here. Through the hole of the mesh. And this goes in between around. Alright. This is your petal that once you put this on, we are going to lay and lap this with T-pins around the center. Alright, and this is just one of them. So you have to watch the whole thing to do it. So that's that one. I still need a petal here. Let's take 10-inch, gather in half. So you want your petals to stick out too. Remember, this is supposed to be a beautiful flower. Lots of pretty petals on it. Take it. I used to have some purple zip ties to do silk. I used them all. Flip it inside. Remember, this goes in it like that. Take our little petal. You gotta have different sizes of petals on this. Right? Here we go. Zip tie. And go through it. Tweet it in and get it as close to that as possible. But remember, the pollen covers all this, so you don't even have to worry about that either. Round, it's over the bar. Hubby must be home. Break time. And trim. And I'm going to let you go. And we're going to do one more roll together, but I need to get to the door. And then we're going to finish it up and put the pollen on, and I'll show you everything from there. Dogs are all set for Daddy's home. So let's get going with this. So we're taking your 21-inch. See all these petals? That's what we want. And this is covered with the purple, so you don't see your ends. And then we cover the back. This is time consuming, but it's going to be a beautiful flower. So 21-inch, you can probably cut into, if you wanted to, gather it. Shape your flower. Zip tie. You gotta tuck this in, remember? You can cut into 25 if you want to make it bigger. Just to let you know, that's going to use a lot more fabric. We're up to almost 5 rolls. So, and I might end up needing 6. So I'll let you know. So here's one. Alright. Make sure you pop that underneath. Just shaping this. Swallow and popping that zip tie right under to form it. And once we get the bottom, it's going to make that petal. Gather all the way in the center, mesh in half. Remember, this is just a little bit because you're bending your mesh over. Alright, taking colored zip tie. I'm going to take the Sharpie on the purple ones, and I will show you that at the very end. I like the very small ones. If I had any of the little ones, and I might have some. I'll have to look. Pop your thumb, shape it under, zip tie, pull the ends, get inside the flower, 2 petals together. Taking this under, this one forward, taking the ends of both of them together, this petal right here, zip tie, is in right here. Now, I do want this on here too. You're learning a couple different ways to do this. I think it's fine. But if you want to make, it's fine. So this one we put around the bar. I'm going to go through that. Around the bar to give it more security. Okay. And then I'm going to take the 10-inch This is your classic petal twist. One side higher than the other. She wanted to flare up. Right to the back of this. Right through the center. Treat it all the way through and try to get it close as possible. And go inside this. You can even do it like through this, the ends, very little as possible. We have all these petals flaring up. Just remember to reshape it. When you're done with your flower, all you do is you just pull in the mesh underneath. You're just popping that zip tie underneath and shaking it. And you'll go through all of them once this is completely done. Your 10-inch. I'm so picky. There. Okay. This all shapes up. Give her a 10-inch green and purple, or 10-inch cut more. I am going to have to cut more up. Color 21-inch. 210 purple. Now, as you see, as you start to fill this up, we're not going to need to fill up 3 in a section. You can probably get away with 2 in a section, because this is a really, really, really big flower. So we might be able to get away with that. Lots of petals, I mean. So again, 10-inch, gather, bend, zip tie, very top, push that zip tie underneath, shape it. Another zip tie. It's your 3rd bar. You can either tweed it, which I prefer to tweed it in, and then actually I do. Or you can take the zip tie around the bottom, but I prefer to tweed it just because the ends side in. Take those ends. Top. Like I said, you can probably cut these if you don't want them that small. You cut them in 15, but remember, I'm going to take more product. A bit. Pop it under. Zip tie. Inner bar. Around. You can either tweed it in or you can zip tie it completely around. Just make sure you do this right here, that you have all those ends. And what I would do is I would take a little bit of hot glue, seal the back of these right here to the mesh. Once you're done forming all the petals, you can go through it. So, last one, and then I'm going to finish this off camera, and then we're going to put the final touches on it. Last one, 21-inch. Fuchsia, and you can do it any color you want. I'm just doing it 2 different colors. I was going to do it all purple. I do not have. I ran out of purple because of everything we're doing. So I am out of purple mesh. Didn't have enough to do the flower the way I wanted it, but I think this will be pretty with 2 different colors, so let's take the thin one up. Trim it. Always take the zip tie flat side in. Should hear it zip up. If you're not good with using zip ties with your hands, the zip tie gun is so easy. So I'll show you that in just 1 second. I'm going to take this, pop that zip tie underneath, form your petal. Okay. I'm only going on the 4 corners. That's it. So I'm going to take your ends, zip tie them around each other. So you should, a flat side end, you should always pull on it. Take your zip tie gun. Make sure the teeth grab it. There you go. Petal. Taking it to right here. Cool part. Zip tie it right through the loop. Right through that little loop you just made. this bracket. No one's, how cool is that? No one covered, you know we covered the back up, so. See all those petals? It is a lot of work, everyone, but as you will see when I'm done, this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful flower. So I'm going to go finish this baby up. So you have 4 of the big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's it. And then you're going to fill these up, and it's going to be 2 bunches in a section. And I just showed you how to do all the petals. And then we're going to overlay it. And you have to stay tuned. All my students, go ahead. You guys have been waiting for this one for a while. This is a request from last summer from my Miss Sylvia. I love you, honey. Finally making your flower. I hope you like it. So I'm going to finish this up, and then we're going to put the pollen on, and then I'm going to show you how to get this all nice and shaped and done and polished. Okay? So I will be right back. So like I said, all my students, go ahead and put me on pause. You can rewind me if you want, because this was a lot of work all at once. The petals. Rewind, and look at the petals again. So we went over all the bars at once. So it is a lot. It is a lot, but it's all the same method with the popping of the zip tie and putting it on. It's not that hard. So go ahead, rewind. Watch it a couple times, gather all your supplies, start up on it, finish it up, and then when you get to the very end, unpause me and we'll put this together. So I do have a surprise today. I will be doing a second wreath, and I will tell you about that later. It will be on a separate tutorial. It is for a friend. So I will see you in a little bit. Okay, I think this is beautiful. This is one way you can make it without putting the pollen center in it. Coming in? I'm not going out. Come in. Sorry, my dogs. In or out? Okay. So this is the first way. And yes, it's 3 in each section, not 2. I added 3. So remember the 4 in the middle that we attached on the outer rings? Guess what? That will make a pretty pollen center without needing the center. However, we are going to do another way. So if you wanna, so we're gonna take the pollen, pull it through behind all 4 wires, like I showed everyone how to make yesterday. This is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Very proud of this one. Alright. So take your wires like we do on all of the stuff. Tweet it through. You're going to have to find an empty spot. This is very, very tight. So that second bar we didn't go through. I'm just going to take it to the outer ring. Because we don't use as many of the back petals. I left, so I did 3 in 2 sections and then 2 in 1. So we actually have room to apply this on. So, and you can always add another petal, but you're going to need room to apply the backing on this because you want to cover this back up. Right. So let's move this one over. There we go. Right here. Now I would tie the ends together and then tie those. Now there's so many different ways to make the Dahlia. I was looking at all the different ways, and you guys everyone learned 2 ways today. How about that? Now, you know how I am with glue. I would definitely glue this on. Go. You have big petals in the back. You have your front petals. Right. So all the whites you see on the purples. I don't have purple zip ties. I'm out. I am actually going to show you something. Take your little Sharpie, this permanent ink, and I spray over it too. Just color that up. It'll help hide it. So you can just color up all the ones you see. Alright. So originally, if this was bigger, I take T-pins for the longer petals, and I still want to do that. I just remember, you can have it open or you can have it closed, but I like to give it a little bit of character, like it's blossoming out. So we're gonna just take a few. It doesn't take much. This is all foam. You take your glue and go over that as well, so it's permanent. And just take a very little bit underneath and then stick the T-pin through. I'm trying to show you all different ways to do this today. So I was fascinated with this flower when I looked it up. Okay, so it looks like it's blossoming out. Then Factory Direct Craft has, I hope these are them. They are. Remember these last year? They have all different sizes. Actually, I think that is, there we go. mama, babies, and big ones. So if you're a ladybug fan, these are little wooden ladybugs you can get at factorydirectcraft.com online. And just take your little ladybugs, just to give it a little character. Remember, this is foam, so everything melts. So we do butterflies, we do ladybugs. There we go. Put a little baby right there. It's really cute. Gives it character. Some people love ladybugs, some people like butterflies. You can take this came from Craft Outlet, the big ones. Okay. Alright. So that's that. So now I do cover the back. So you're going to want to take pipe cleaner. That way they have a way to hang it up. Or you can take ribbon, it's up to you. You don't want it to weigh down too much, so I'm going to take this. Just take it and make sure that this is knotted up. I'm going to go over spraying this too. Take your zip ties. If I had green, I would use green. Like I said, I'm out at just about everything. We take our hole puncher. Oops, too close. And you can cut these out a little bit bigger than the center. That way it covers everything up nice and smooth. The center's protected, everything's sealed in. Push the zip tie to the back. Take one around the pipe cleaner. Make it more sturdy. So I'm going to go through the pipe cleaner around the bar. And then pull the zip tie through the hole that we put in with the hole puncher. Alrighty. So now all anyone needs to do is, if you wanted to seal the ends, you do that before you put your back on. Okay. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I could have probably added a few more purple in here. That's good. It was really crowded, so the purple I didn't put as many as I should have, but it's pretty, 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 pretty. Alright, spray. E6000, all the great crafters use it. Hardworking Mom, Damien Oates, even Halo uses it. Everybody does. You can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it at any craft store. Please spray it. Spray it twice, allow it to dry. It can go on the foam as well. Completely safe. Spray it outside. Remember, there's a chemical. It may not smell right away, but it is there and it can hurt you. So wear a mask, please. Very lightly with the UV resistant from Crayon. One coat, very lightly. Alright. I'm going to go hang her up so everybody can see. Pretty, 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 pretty. I love it. So you learned 2 ways. I'm going to show you close up and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, this is the second way. I showed you the first way. This is with the pollen. This is a close up. Little ladybugs on it. It's very beautiful. This is time consuming, so everyone knows you are, I would definitely put 3 of each petal in every section. You're going to need about 5 rolls. So 1 roll of your purple with the metallic strip. You're going to cut 12 pieces of 20, and then you have just the center section where you only need 10 pieces of each. The pink you're not going to need as much unless you want to add more, but yeah, it turned out beautiful. So we are doing really well. Remember, we have a drawing at 10,000 subscribers. A zip snip I'm giving away, and at 850,000 views we're giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. You have to be a subscriber to be in both drawings. Everybody is eligible, so even if you live in Spain, I can send you an Amazon gift card through the email. So how about that? Thank you everyone. Have a blessed day. Like, share, subscribe, and bye.